I wanted to say a big thank you to Elon Musk. Since you woke up, I've followed your journey. I saw the heartbreak you went through with your son deciding he was in the wrong body.
It happened to one of my older boys.
But I was so excited to see you getting closer and closer. Actually, when you wore the dark MAGA hat.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
So seeing you standing up like that, no matter how much fun they made of you, accusing you of doing the Nazi salute, and yet their own people did it before you. You're being in charge of Doge, something that the Democrats have been discussing for years. Even Obama, even Bill Clinton.
Change the way the American people feel about their government.
After the North Carolina hurricane, and I watched you trying to deliver those Starlinks. I watched your attempts being blocked.
You tried to get Starlink into North Carolina.
The left, the tolerant left, it has taken a beating on you, Elon, but you have taken it and you stood still and you said, I'm going to still go deliver what I said I was going to deliver. And you did. Hey everyone, Moro wanyu, como está? Guten Morgen, konnichiwa. I wanted to make a small video, kind of like a dedication. I wanted to say a big thank you to Elon Musk, the richest African American. Catch the feelings you want to catch. I just said what I said. Since you woke up, I've followed your journey. I saw the heartbreak you went through with your son deciding he was in the wrong body.
It happened to one of my older boys, where I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This was before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide if he did.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
That's
so I
personal
was tricked into doing this, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. And so I lost my son, essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that situation now.
Right.
It's not pretty, and lots of demolished kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason to be the final straw. All right, so let's.
So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
I watched you wake up from the left. I woke up from the left too. So, as far as I understand the journey, I understand it's not been easy, but I was so excited to see you getting closer and closer. Actually, when you wore the dark MAGA hat, I was.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA. This is a real battle. This is a real election battle. So you need to get friends and family to vote. Make sure they vote early.
When you're an immigrant from an African country and you meet other conservative immigrants who are MAGA, I cannot explain the joy. I cannot explain the excitement, because they've had to stand up against so much crap from their people. And they're outspoken, so they're getting hate like you are. You know that they've probably lost friends like you have. So seeing you standing up like that, no matter how much fun they made of you, accusing you of doing the Nazi salute, and yet their own people did it before you, it made me love you even more. I don't know you personally, but I really admire the love you have for this country. There is no one who loves America more than an immigrant who understands the privileges they have in this country. A passionate immigrant to me, who's a patriot, will forever have way more value than a liberal who hates it here and takes for granted the rights and privileges that they have, that this country has to offer. The Second Amendment, the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Try that crap. Try that crap in an African country. See what happens to you. Yeah, see what happens to you. You're being in charge of Doge, something that the Democrats have been discussing for years. Even Obama, even Bill Clinton. We need to cut down government spending.
Change the way the American people feel about their government and change the role that the government plays in our lives for the better. Thank you very much. God bless you. Re-examine all of our assumptions and to try to take a fresh look at the way we spend the people's money. And I ask for the support of the fine people who work for the federal government to try to find a new spirit of renewal and change that I think will make their jobs more satisfying and I know will help to restore the credibility and confidence of the American people in the public enterprise.
So to see you taking that responsibility and exposing all the fraud and all the waste. I watched you after the North Carolina hurricane, and I watched you trying to deliver those Starlinks. I watched your attempts being blocked by the government.
So you tried to get Starlink.
Yes.
Into North Carolina, into Western North Carolina, areas devastated by the hurricane.
It is in there, and it is the primary means of communication.
You had conflict with Buttigieg over this.
We delivered thousands of terminals and got all the way up to the areas where they wouldn't let us go any further. And then we were like, okay, we're going to send helicopters in and find people who are stranded and give them Starlink, which I think is, a nice thing to do. They wouldn't let us land because there was an FAA notice that said in order to land, you have to know who you're going to meet with to land. Now, the problem is we're trying to deliver internet communications. People don't have internet communications. We don't know who they are, but then they can't reach us because they don't have communications. Do you see the catch-22 here?
Yes, I do.
Insane.
You have such a pure heart, and I know it has taken a beating on you, all the hate you have gotten. You know the funniest part, not funny haha, but watching the same people who call us fascists act the way they act is hilarious to me. Someone calls you a fascist, and then they act exactly like the Hitler Youth.
A vandalism investigation is underway in Echo Park after a man is seen slashing the tires of a Tesla Cybertruck.
Gotta break them off something, and it's gotta be bumping. City of Compton. It's where it takes place, so when I show attention, mopping with the dog pound. Wow, wow, wow.
Take a look at this. This is video from the victim's Tesla camera. It shows a green car pulling up to a Tesla on busy Route 66, then swerving in front to box the Tesla in. The driver then walks over to the 61-year-old woman in the Tesla and reportedly starts hitting her while she's sitting behind the wheel.
Defacing Teslas? I thought you guys loved Elon. You guys loved Elon. He's a Democrat. Now you don't like him because he's MAGA. Same thing you did to Trump. Same thing you do to me. Same thing you do to a lot of my other conservative friends who used to be on the left. That's why we love Trump. It's because we have gone through what he's been going through. I have gotten death threats. No one has made good on their threat, but also I've armed myself because I was like, I'm not going to be a victim. Try me. I live in Florida. We have stand your ground law. Try me. I'm allowed to pew you through my door if I feel like I'm in danger. But watching Elon going through so much hate, so much harassment, his vehicles being tarnished, it's the left, the tolerant left. It has taken a beating on you, Elon, but you have taken it and you stood still and you said, I'm going to still go deliver what I said I was going to deliver. And you did. So I know you have to retire from your position, but I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for being a dedicated person. Thank you for being an example for us, the rest of us MAGAs who, again, deal with the similar issues that you're dealing with. It is not easy to have mass hate directed at you. It helps if you have the resources to manage it, but you can only do so much because, again, freedom of speech goes both ways. Thank you for bringing the limelight and shining the light on the silent genocide in South Africa. Because had it not been for you, I don't know that Trump would have been in that White House with the President of South Africa.
So South Africa's commander-in-chief, President Ramaphosa, must have not been hip to what goes on in that Oval Office. I wish I could have personally warned him myself that if you're going to step into this space right here, it could go one of two ways. One way is what happened with the president of El Salvador in Bukele. Beautiful, cordial relationship building. The other is what happened with Zelensky. You come begging for money, you try to peacock, show your whole chest, and you get humbled. Now look, this is coming from a guy who spent 5 years of my life in South Africa. I am a Zimbabwean born, partially South Africa raised American citizen. And after seeing what I saw there, I have this to say. Whether or not you want to call what is currently happening to white South Africans or Boers, who are the farming class or the agricultural class of white South Africans, whether you want to call that genocidal or not, may be up to interpretation. But what you cannot deny is the fact that there is an anti-white movement.
Exposing him, exposing his hate, exposing Malema's political prejudice and racism and the Pan-African racism in general. I don't think it would have gotten that far had it not been for you, Elon. So thank you again for bringing that to the light. The whole world knows what's going on now, and it's hugely because of you and your efforts. So as you retire, we will not forget you. I will always appreciate you. And Ashley bought something which I will be doing at the end of this video. I'm going to be revealing what I got. He's an amazing painter. You guys check him out. His name is Lobaido. He's very spicy. I like him because he's so spicy. He's based in New York. Trump actually recognized him at one of his campaign events. And he does the most amazing paintings. So I'm very, very excited to have purchased something from him to support him. I am also an artist, so I know that it takes a lot of work to create all this art. So again, Elon, thank you, and thank you, Trump, for recognizing Elon's gift. And to those people who've decided you hate Elon Musk because of what he stands for, we were basically expecting that. We are used to that. Your hate only strengthens our resolve. And Elon definitely needs a break. You guys know he's on the spectrum, and yet you still make fun of him. Whatever the case might be, he has served his country in a lot of ways y'all will never understand. And by y'all, I mean you crazy lefties.
I don't give a fuck! Just kill him! You have to! I'm not asking!
People keep correcting me, telling me that it's Cybertruck and not Tesla truck. I don't care! I don't care what it's called! I hate them! I hate them! I need them off the streets!
And if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, you know, and take out, just telling you.
You were wiping poop. How do you wipe poop on a vehicle? Let me tell you all, I have seen some lefty loonies in my lifetime in America. Yeah. But this year, I have seen the worst of the worst. Yani mtu anachukua mavi hivi, ukohoya, wekia mwoko haudhudhai. Uwe maima kuwe, kwa zawena mainiki. What are you wiping back the guy ya kinyinyi? Yani uingize mkono hapo ndani uchukue nini alafu akigaya na motiri thoni. Hamuna adabu nyinyi, you have no shame. The tolerant left, what are you tolerating? What are you tolerating? Oh, it's fascism, Nazi. Really?
We do have to, I don't swear in public very well, but we have to f*** Trump. We'll see you in the courts, in Congress, in the streets. Elon Musk is a nutball baby.
We won't rest. We won't rest.
Every movement needs a scrappy little and I am that person. are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against Josh. We'll fight Elon Musk.
Y'all are the ones acting like the Hitler Youth while calling us the Nazis. Projecting much, y'all? Yeah? Keying Teslas and writing. How are you gonna write a Nazi symbol on someone's car and then call them the fascist? Who's writing the symbol in that moment in time? Siniwewe. Don't project. And none of that did. The fact that y'all are fighting against government spending and wastage being exposed beats me. Is it because you people don't pay taxes? Because I pay taxes and I want to know where it goes. I want to know why my money was going to fund an experiment of transgender monkeys. I want to know why. Yeah, because I am just saying we have problems here at home, Papa Nyumbani, yeah, and yet our money was being sent away and being used on stupid experiments, and yet the North Carolina hurricane victims were still living in tents in the winter. But the guy spearheading the efforts to expose that is the bad guy, and he's the fascist. Even if he's a minority African American immigrant. Right. I thought you guys were pro-immigrants. I forgot it was just the illegal ones. And my apologies. My apologies for assuming. I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Elon, for buying X and giving conservatives a platform where they could speak freely. Once they banned Trump, I lost hope. I literally lost hope. Because we, and by we I mean the conservatives, we have such a hard time just speaking our minds on any platform. I have lost over 20 accounts on TikTok. I have lost one Instagram account. Many of my friends have gone through the same experiences. Every time we try to speak out, we're banned because, misinformation, or because you went against guidelines, and it's all just nonsense. And yet the left is allowed to spew and spread their hate and division all day, all the time on these same apps. Elon, if you did not buy X, a lot of people would not have heard Trump speaking on his campaign promises and where his thoughts are, and just hear him expressing himself in a non-biased, open platform. Because as we know, legacy media has had it in for him. They've crucified him. They've twisted his image to make everyone hate him. This hate comes from, it has been fueled by the legacy media. Elon, you give us a platform to be able to just express ourselves and post things that the world would deem against community guidelines, but it was the truth. Even if all the lefties run to threads, it's fine. You give us a platform, and I will always appreciate you for that. I wish you the best for your next step in life, and we will always appreciate you. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe, comment, share, like, and do all the lovely things. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and share this with your buddies. And even maybe those who don't want to wake up from the left, this might help them wake up. I don't know, who knows? That's how some of us woke up. We just got sent things that made us uncomfortable, and then we just processed and went through the other side, and now we're here. Thank you to my subscribers. If you are new here and you watch this far, thank you so much. Please remember to like, and I will see you all in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.